parlay.
Exactly right. Don't
And
underestimate
it
that
begins,
skill.
ladies and gentlemen.
Yes.
Welcome to the Mayor Joe Taylor Show. J.W. White, what's up?
You know, I'm just sitting here talking to my mayor, who is off another successful trip with you and all the delegates from D.C.
That's right. Yeah, we spent 5 days in D.C. It's a little longer than we normally do. But,
Hate driving to D.C.
Oh
my God!
Everything
Square,
about
square.
DC is just not. It's not conducive to my lifestyle. You know, I need to be able to do what I want to do when I want to do it. And up there, you got to plan and wait and get in line and dealing with all the security and stuff. And I know that's all necessary, but boy, it sure is it cramps my style real bad.
Yeah, you don't like being told what to do.
No, not at all. Never have. I think that's probably why I'm where I am now, because now everybody tells me what to do.
Yeah.
Heavy's the head that wears the crown, Joe.
Correct.
You've been crowned. So, kind of none of the boring details, but talk about some of the highlights that from the trip you think people should know about.
Yeah, I think one is that we have a city council member that's on the board of directors for the
awesome.
National League of Cities, and
Yeah.
and you have to understand, because of the politics inside the National League, it tends to be very liberal, and Clark Hopper is our representative there, the state's representative, not just Rainbow City, but Clark's kind of put us on the map a little bit. I mean, you got the board of directors that sat on the front row when the vice president's speaking. That's no joke, and he represents us really well. He's that conservative side, and as probably in the next conference that we have, that board of directors will begin to shift more to align with what the national politics are. Not that it's necessary; it just tends to flow that way.
Sure.
But we had that time with Clark, being able to go up and support him. We took every one of our council members except Anita Bedwell, and she wasn't able to get her schedule worked out for that. But we went up and got to meet with all of our senators, all of our congressmen, and our former congressman. Robert Adderholt's always open to us coming in. He's continuing to be supportive. He believes that because Etowah County was in his district for so long, that he has to kind of transition with us over to Mike Rogers, and you talk about a great transition, because Mike Rogers and his staff have just become incredibly warm and friendly to our city.
You know what I took away from that whole spiel he just did?
Yeah.
They went unsupervised because Miss Anita didn't go.
That's
what they were totally unsupervised.
And they made it back.
That meant that we left Anita here unsupervised.
Now the true story's coming out. Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Goodness. So when you go to D.C., you're, as a mayor of a town or a city, what are the federal funding opportunities that you're looking for? What is...
Well, each senator or congressman, comes up with a list and a set of parameters of what they can allow in appropriations. And appropriations, some people don't like them. I think that most entitled cities probably live by them. A city that's regressive, and we have those all around us. They have to have that funding. And without it, they can't move forward. In our case, we're not strapped to appropriations. We have a strong fiduciary responsibility to taxpayers, but when we go up, we're looking for those things that are going to advance us down the road. We're looking for that critical infrastructure project, which is what we carried up, a water project for our utility. And we have to be the sponsor for that utility, even though they're separated from us. We also carried the need for some programming and curriculum funding for the Challenger Learning Center. That's something that we have to sponsor so that it can go forward to see a congressman or a senator. And myself and Jeff Prince represented our needs. The last one is law enforcement. We always ask for something for our law enforcement. In our case this time, we know that the portal opened up for Senator Tuberville, and we asked for some money for some police vehicles. We've always funded our own police vehicles, and this was an opportunity that's rare. They rarely buy or allow you to purchase police vehicles with those, but this one opened up that made for that allowance. And and we went up and asked for those. But very well received. I mean,
You said Portal and Tuberville. I thought, is Auburn getting a quarterback?
Yeah.
I didn't know what was going on.
you never know. I mean, it's very doubtful right now, but there's no doubt. Coach Tuberville is it's funny, because he's got a great sense of humor, and it's not typical DC politics where everybody's a stuffed shirt, And we're lucky in that we have Katie Britt, who is just a firecracker of a senator, and then we have Coach Tuberville, who's just a normal guy that's easy to talk to. That's he keeps things on a very simple plane, so that you can understand what he's talking about. Doesn't speak above your head. And now we have Mike Rogers, who is absolutely probably one of the smartest people I've ever been around in my life. He's an attorney by trade. He's been in D.C. so long that he's got so much seniority. He's becoming our next Senator Shelby. Where he moves around up there and has an incredible amount of respect that's given to him by both houses.
That's a lot of purse strings.
Yeah.
Speaking of purse strings,
Yep.
the First Lady's watching.
Oh wow.
Joe has been on his best behavior
Absolutely.
when the camera came
Yeah.
on.
Can y'all kill
Call us later.
if y'all could kill the comments on it, it would probably be
Sorry.
good. Yeah.
I meant to do that before.
Yeah, she stayed here. She didn't go. I think she had some examiners at her job, and Rachel actually has a very, very important job, and so I flew out. I don't like going to DC. Everybody knows that. I go up to do my job, but it was a lot of fun being up there. When she's with me, it makes things easier because she's a planner, and so this time I had to lean on Jameson Jenkins and have him do all my planning. For
I'm
me.
just happy you made it home safely.
And I'm sure he'll be on there popping.
How were the luggage weight situation?
It went well.
Loved it.
Do you have a scale now that you make them put
I
on
have a
before-
micro scale that I have to bring out just to make, and I will say this: I pulled up to his house. He rode with me to the airport, and I got out and I picked up his. Because I had to.
Him or the case?
Did you put him-
I had to pick up his
Oh,
case and I
oh,
put it
oh,
in the
yeah,
back of my
sorry.
car,
Yeah.
and it was like I was his valet. It was kind of sickening, but Jameson, he packed right this time.
Amen.
Yeah, it was fine. Like
Well, he's coachable.
he is coachable.
Coachable.
That's the thing.
Nice.
But yeah, Jameson makes a lot of the arrangements for us when we're there, meals and those kind of things. And
How was the food?
he killed it this time. We ate at several restaurants that are just really good. One of the days, now everybody thinks that we're just going up there and eating steak and lobster. That's not true. We ate at Raising Cane's one day, which
Hey.
is one of my favorites.
What's wrong with that?
Love that. And of course, he made me walk about almost 3 miles to get to it. And by the time I walked back, I was hungry. But
No Culver's up there?
no, but I can promise you this: on the way back from the airport in Albertville, I ate at Culver's.
Praise God.
It's my favorite place.
I'll say
we need one.
I was going to say,
Yeah.
we need one.
Hannah, are you listening? We need one.
Just saying.
What go back to Washington real quick. What are some, because the people that watch, they go, well, these guys they're going to Washington, they're going to this conference and this conference. You're actually there advocating for the city.
You are.
And
For the city, and also, because I'm the vice chair of legislative affairs for the League of Municipalities, so I'm advocating for 465 cities and towns in the state. So it's a little more for me. In Clark's, from his perspective, he's advocating for all the cities throughout the country, and and there are times when that's the conversation. What can we do, nationwide? What can we do in the state? And being a member of the League of Municipalities, our leadership there, Mark Saliba is the mayor of Dothan, and Mark's the president this year of the League of Municipalities. He does an incredible job. He's a very, very smart, wise man, and can pray down heaven. Now that guy is he's no joke. He's just a good man,
yeah.
and he's up there looking for the things that are going to make quality of life and quality of place good for the people that live in Alabama. And we're going to miss him when he moves out, but the mayor of Fairhope is going in his place, a female. She is a brilliant lady. And then in the line of that is the rest of that leadership that normally comes from the legislative side.
That's it. It's not just Rainbow City. You guys
No,
make
it's
it
not.
killer,
And
man. That's
but
pretty
you know,
cool.
representing Rainbow City is so good, so easy because
Yeah.
you know you go up there and we don't have to talk about the things that everybody else is talking about.
Right.
We're out ahead of crime, and we hope that we stay that way. But it takes us being considered for appropriations to be able to continue to keep
Sure.
those numbers the way they are. And I think what you tend to find out, and depending on how the administration is, and previous to this, the administration under President Biden tend to wanted to try to right the ship on the cities that were regressive and that had major crime problems, and they just left all of us out, the ones that were doing good. It was almost like, well, you're doing well, why would you need money? Well, you know, that is why we need money, is to continue to do well. And I think this the change of government, and I know there's people that can argue back and forth about Elon Musk and all this thing, but the truth is we need to advocate for continuing our mission. You know, that Charlie Mike, you know, continue the mission is what we're supposed to do. And we're not waiting until it's broken so that we can then go up there and go, hey, can you help us fix our mistakes? I would rather be proactive. It's kind of a wild thing that we've lost proactivity in government. You know, being able to allow somebody to get a business license in a quick manner, to pay their taxes in a quick manner, to do all those things that create convenience. That's what we do at our city hall. And if we can do it here, surely to goodness they can do it up there in a fruitful way.
Heck yeah. I'm a big fan of the tag department here in Rainbow City.
They're
I'll be
great.
honest with you.
It's great. You know, Becky Norgren needs to extend that, and I'm going to get on to her a little bit. It needs to go to 5 days a week.
I agree.
There's no doubt about it. We were the first people to put chairs out and let you sit down and relax, talk to your neighbor while you're waiting on your tag.
Yes.
You got to have that. You know, now they're trying to do it at the courthouse. It's just, you know, it's kind
not
of
the
that.
same.
No, it's not. It's not as
It's
fun.
not the same.
But yeah, Becky, if you're listening, please extend that out to 5 days.
So
you gotta have it.
let's talk about
Does it end in October still? At the end of October?
the end of the
Still?
It does, and
Okay.
and I will say this, and I'll take up for her because I just
blast.
I just put her on blast. Yeah,
Yeah.
But that's when they come in and do their commercial work, like their commercial titles and tags for
Okay.
trailer trucks and
Sure.
all those different things like that. So there's a reason for closing it down for December and January. But we need that 5-day representation in our city hall. It not having it takes away from the people that work in our revenue department, which is their hot month is January, February, and so during those times, you know, people are coming to the window wanting to buy a tag. Well, we don't sell tags.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of people don't realize that it's not a city function; it's a county function. So let's go.
And that person is busy, non-stop.
Absolutely,
It's like
yeah.
it's a Culver's out there. People
That's
going
right.
through the lines.
You keep bringing that up, don't you?
Well, look,
I mean-
Kelly and I went to Oxford
Yeah.
the other day. I always forget there's one there.
Yeah, rocks your world, doesn't it?
Well, we couldn't go there. We couldn't eat there because my son's girlfriend works at Panera's there by the Exchange.
man.
So our whole purpose after we
Okay,
met
was to
somebody,
see.
we were going to see his girlfriend.
Okay.
Before they move off and blah. That's a whole different show.
A lot of sadness.
She did get
It
the
is
she
sad.
did get the job in Utah, by the way.
She did not.
I think she got a job in Montgomery.
Hey.
That's
We like
a
that
win.
lot
That's a whole
better.
different show.
We
That's
like
a
that
win.
lot better.
That's a win. But I already got some golf courses planned out for Utah because I hit the ball so far out there.
Yeah, yeah. Thin air.
So now it's like crap. Now I'm hitting Montgomery. That was different.
that's
But they got the big sign
Dodge.
going down Oak Quintard. I was like, oh God, they have Culver's. My
Yeah,
wife's never
Culver's,
eaten there.
Oh, it's
So what's the big
delicious.
deal? Maybe it's Culver's.
Yeah,
She didn't know.
one of the
But
best
we went to
hamburgers ever.
So we had to go to Panera, which was I got the chili,
Yeah,
Okay.
I saw that.
6.3.
Okay.
Yeah, it wasn't. It was
When are y'all
6.3.
gonna start rating food around
Today?
Okay.
We're going to eat a pizza place
Are you
after
really?
the show.
Good.
Yeah.
You got to do that.
Yeah, got to. That's our most requested stuff we've
Yeah,
had.
you gotta get
is
in
the
on that
pizza
food.
stuff. So we had a
One
bad
night.
storm. It wasn't a DEFCON 1, thankfully.
Thankfully.
But the fact that Rainbow City was so calm, didn't scare not one single person, but gave people options. Hey, pay attention.
That's right.
It could very well get horrible. And here's some options you can come safely, blah, blah, blah.
Right.
But you didn't scare anybody.
Well, I think that's experience, and we don't run off emotion. You know, I have a very young police and fire chief, but and that's one of the things that, you know, they come to me and we get in a room. Now we did this several times. As a matter of fact, we spent almost the whole day together,
Yeah.
and in that it's, you know, don't become reactive. You know, let's put out our information, put it out in a very well read way, and make it easy for people. And that's what we do. It's not our job to create sensationalism in a storm. It's already bad enough.
Sure.
I mean, you know, and people are already fearful. Nobody likes tornadoes, especially the fact that Rainbow City's been hit by a tornado. 17 tore my house up. You know, and it changes the way you see that weather. Just maybe creating a better environment by utilizing your experience level is a lot better than creating any kind of sensationalism or through emotion.
Experience matters, doesn't it?
It does. It really
kinda
does.
does.
And I think, you know, 25 years for me as a firefighter, I've seen some emergencies.
Sure.
And they normally happen after the bell goes off. And so us running around saying what James Spann says in a sensational way is not fair.
Yeah.
It's not fair to, you know, the fact that guy is the subject matter expert for this state, whether we like it or not.
Sure.
I love the guy. I think he's a great meteorologist, and he's so in tune with our area. It's our job to turn around and be capable and ready to support what could potentially happen. And our street department was there in my office for most of the day. And, you know, we had Cody and Brent that had all of our equipment ready, fueled up, gassed up, ready to go. And, you know, for me to come out earlier and say that, I don't know what the gain is there.
You want to read a comment by one Jay Freeman?
Oh, Jay.
You may know Jay.
I know, Chief.
Chief Freeman says, "What's up, Mayor Joe? He is a grand ambassador for Rainbow City and this region."
Thank
Yeah,
you. I
man.
appreciate that, Jay. Jay's doing crazy good work over there at Gadsden State Community
Who's
College.
got better hair than Jay Freeman?
No one.
Nobody.
None.
Not in this town.
Oh,
Not
he
in-
is.
I'll
Not
say
even Mike
that.
Rogers.
He's like Sam Hartman.
Yes,
Got that
he
Sam
does.
Hartman
He
flow in the
does.
beard. It's just not fair.
He
Some people
learned.
get everything.
That's right.
Get everything.
Does he, Jerry? Does he pregame like Sam Hartman?
No,
Sorry.
he doesn't. He does.
My
Hey,
bad,
I got a great comment. We'll have to go after the show. It's from Josh Dodd.
Okay.
He wants to ask you a question about. He told me not to do it on air, but it's me. We're talking.
He's already
about.
told you can't set any more meetings for him up.
Yeah.
Josh Dodd.
No, you,
setting
for
up
him, you can't set meetings up.
You
With
setting
him.
up meetings for me?
No. What did I say? We need for Joe.
I'm just saying.
You sponsor me.
I do. You know, I put people together, Joe.
Yeah.
That's the only skill I have.
Connective
You
tissue.
no other skill. That's what I do.
You're a connector.
So Josh Dodd wants to ask, and he told me not